My name is Joel Krause. I lived in the district for 30 plus years. I've had my own business. I owned and operated for 30 plus years in the district. I've had a business in China for 10 years, which I think is very important because I think it's one of the biggest issues we have in this country. So I've had 10 years of experience of having a business over there and spending a lot of time over there. I've been a longtime Republican. I worked for the Bob Dole campaign years ago. When I was in college, I ran for Ames City Council. More recently, 2014, 2016, I ran for this office. I went to Iowa and worked for Trump. I went to Missouri to work for Josh Hawley. I was on the SD-12 Resolutions Committee. And most recently, I was a Texas Republican Assembly Vice President.
Okay.
So I've been fairly, and I've visited 55 countries.
Wow.
And studied their history.
Wow. We have 4 different political groups from here nearby, and we're going to have 4 different questions.
Sure.
You have 1 minute for each one. So
Great.
let's start with Wise Republic Party, and this is their question. What is the purpose of our government in the world, and what, if any, relations should we have with other countries?
Well, we need to have relationships with other countries because it's a world economy. Okay, it's not like it used to. I traveled, like I say, 55 countries, and when I first traveled, it was so, different. But now it's so homogenized. Everybody's doing business with China and more also, and we won't survive unless we are working with other countries. However, but we need to identify who our enemies and who our friends are. We need to change. Right now, we depend on China way too much. We need to change our trade from China to South America and Central America and not rely on China so much. China's our #1 enemy in this country. Okay, so we need to choose who we're going to be doing business with them and make sure we don't be doing business with our enemies. China is one of my biggest issues I have.
Okay. Our next question comes from the Southwise Republican Club, and this is it. They ask, immigration and protecting our national sovereignty are always talking points, but never get solved. What would be your solution in creating a merit-based immigration system and protecting our borders?
Well, if I had control, would the military be there tomorrow and our border would be closed? Period. We're going to lose our republic, right? What we need to do, we need to have, what I'm running on is truth, accountability, responsibility. Okay, and we need as a country, because one thing going wrong with our country, as time is going on, people have been putting themselves ahead of God, values, and their country. Okay, and that's been our biggest problem. Okay, so we need, before it gets too bad, we need to all agree on, can we agree on truth and accountability and responsibility? And I think that can unite America.
Our next question comes from the Patriot Society in Boyd, Texas. As an elected member of Congress, you will swear an oath to the U.S. Constitution to defend against enemies both foreign and domestic. Will you author and support bills to defund the FBI and any other federal agencies weaponized against the American people? Please explain how you would accomplish that.
Well, first of all, we're going about that the wrong way. Yeah, we take an oath, right? But like I said before that'd be good, but this is no longer the days of Gunsmoke when people are the man of their word. You cannot believe somebody, like I say, people are putting themselves ahead of their country. We need to have not an oath, but a contract, So if you tell lies, act on falsehoods, it's severe penalties. It's 10% of your net worth, 50% of your net worth. Incarceration. We have more than 365 people die a year in the military just on accidents, right? And we have more people in our government that's more dangerous to this republic, that there should be severe consequences. So no, I don't think we should defund it. That's not the way to go. We need to be severe consequences. It should be treason what's going on. Defunding it just, I'm sorry, but I'm really excited about that one.
I can see your passion. Our last and final question is from the Wise County Conservatives. Based on your understanding of the U.S. Constitution, in what circumstances, if any, can a state lawfully nullify a federal action, a written law, or policy?
Well, I believe the Constitution, that everything that's not in the Constitution becomes a state's rights. Okay? So, like I said, I think fairly clearly, if it's not mentioned in the Constitution, it's a state right. Okay? So I go along with what the Constitution says. The Constitution, I believe in the Constitution. We need to live by that Constitution. And sometimes it goes against some of our own feelings, possibly, right? But you can't have it both ways. If it's in the Constitution, it is. Otherwise, it's a state right.